What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a spell since I've done a video. Been busy. Boy, I don't know about where you guys live, but the month of October around here is always very busy with stuff with kids and fall festivals and trunk or treat, and we had barbecue fundraisers, you name it. But anyway, since winter is approaching, I thought I would do something here or show you something that I've got set up for the bucket here to help with pushing snow. Now, no expert on this because we don't get enough snow around here to really make a lot of difference. You know, we're lucky to get one or two events a year at, you know, small amounts. If we get 6 or 8 inches in a year, that's you know, here it's a rare thing, and we almost go into full shutdown mode, you know, panic and clean out the grocery stores and, yeah, you know, go a little bit overboard with it. But anyway, reason I was doing this video, wanted to show something here. I've got the big expanded tooth bar that you might have seen in a few of my other videos, and I wanted to show something that come up with to be able to put on the bucket to push snow, you know, without worrying about digging into the, you know, pavement or grass or wherever you're pushing the snow from, but be able to use it with the tooth bar, you know, still on the tractor, not have to remove that. So I got a couple of these. I'll get in close and show you these edge tamers that, you know, you can get them all over the internet. I don't know, from, you know, 50, 60 bucks to on up to $100 or whatever. I think these were about 75. I think I got them on Amazon maybe, but they're pretty heavy duty. So I think these will slide over the tooth bar and allow you to skid across the top of the surface without digging in. And then I got one other little contraption I made. So let's get these mounted up and we'll do a couple little tests here. So here's my little homemade contraption. I've seen a few of these that people have made to go on the edge of their bucket, but I hadn't seen one you know, where it would work with the tooth bar, or anybody had made one. There may be some out there, but I just hadn't seen it. But anyway, so yeah, this is a piece of 2-inch PVC, notched. I'll show you how that fits on there in a minute once we get through with the edge tamers. It's schedule 40. I would have preferred it to be in schedule 80. So I would suggest if you're making one, you might want to go with schedule 80, because, you know, if you're doing a lot of pushing, you know, eventually this is going to wear down, especially if you're scraping across concrete or asphalt or gravel drive or something like that. But yeah, it works pretty good. I'll show you in a minute. But just took the angle grinder with the cutting wheel, you know, got it up there and marked it, and this was just some PVC I had laying around. I may use this as a template if you know, if this does work out and we actually get some snow where I get a chance to do any pushing with it. But you know, I may eventually use this as a template to make one out of schedule 80. But anyway, let's just see. You know, there again, my main goal here is to just kind of show that there's a couple different attachments we can use here and leave the tooth bar on there. See how well it works. So let's try it with the edge tamers first. Okay, yeah, you can see there, that's just letting us skim right above the surface there. Not digging into the grass or you know, whether you want concrete or asphalt or whatever, to keep us up out of the dirt with, you know, like I said, with the tooth bar on there. And you can see where if you were dealing with some ice, that would at least help break off, you know, some of the top layer of it anyway. So I'm going to get all the way down. But anyway, alright, let's put the other contraption on there and see how that works. Alright, so let's see if we can get this on here now. I got the rubber mallet, and you can see you know, where these little fingers are here, and you got some weld down there on each one, and so that's why, you know, I had to cut the little bit wider grooves there to allow it to get past that weld. And I cut this groove a little less than a 1/2 inch. That's about the thickness of the tooth bar, is around a 1/2 inch. But I cut this groove, of course, you know, this has got the ability now that it's got a slit in it to expand and open up a little bit. So just basically get it started on here. the grooves lined up. Once you get it started, you can almost push it on with your hand. You just got to get it lined up. Yep, just goes right on. Basically, I don't even need the mallet. Pretty tight fit. And that PVC, it needs to be about 2 inches longer. You can see there I'm just a little bit short on each end, but that just happened to be the longest piece that I had in the barn. But anyway, you can see there those notches allow it to set on there, and you know, like I said, get past those wells and this finger that comes up here that, you know, fits over that cutting edge of the bucket there. But yeah, it's on there pretty tight. You know, as long as you don't do any back dragging or anything like that, I don't think it's going to come off. You know, if I did have a problem with that, I could always, you know, put some kind of hook or strap here, but there's a couple extra bolt holes there that I could do that if I needed to. But so yeah, it looks like based on where that is, it's going to give us about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch, right at an inch or so of clearance. So let's drag this across the surface and see how it's going to work. But like I said, it definitely, I believe schedule 80 would be the preferred choice there. But let's see what it does. Okay, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. So there again, you can see that's you know, just keeping us riding just above the surface there. Now, like I said, for sure, schedule 80 I think would be the better choice there. I might just, next time I buy Lowe's or something, might go ahead and just pick up a piece and make that out of schedule 80 just to make it more durable. And there again, I'm probably doing this for nothing because probably won't be getting any snow, but you never know. But anyway, that just shows a couple of options there. I think that that will work for you know, being able to push snow, or whether you're trying to scoop something off the surface of the grass. You know, I don't know, anything where you know, obviously want to keep from digging in and causing a problem there. And one other thing I want to point out on those edge tamers, I do believe that the 2-bolt option there is a better choice than the ones that have a single bolt. I think they might want to twist on you or whatever, but some I would spend a few dollars extra and get that 2-bolt option. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Try to get back to doing some more regular videos here, but I hope everybody has nice Thanksgiving holidays coming up shortly. And anyway, I appreciate you joining me. Hit that like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.